Ranbir and Katrina put wedding plans on hold. Shahrukh and Aamir patch up after SRK and Salman. Why is Ajay angry with Kajol? Priyanka's love for award. Hello everyone, this is me, Mia, opening up Pandora's box of all the juiciest happenings in Bollywood on WeChat Presents 9XE The Show.
I'm hot, you're not, I'm a superstar, I'm a superstar. 9XE, 9XE.
You guys know how 9XE The Show loves bringing you saucy news from the world of Bollywood, right? And we are now giving you more dope on the hottest couple in Tinseltown, Ranbir Kapoor and Katrina Kaif. So 3 episodes ago, 9XE The Show was the first to tell you that Ranbir and Katrina moving in together was just their way of testing the waters. And now we've got more proof of it. No, before we get into that, let's take a look at their relationship timeline. In 2009, their love blossomed on the sets of Ajab Prem Ki Gazab Kahani. Small detail, Katrina was allegedly still seeing Salman Khan. It was all cool till July 2012 when they broke up. Seems like Ranbir's refusal to commit and his friendship with ex Bipasha Padukone was an issue. Then, bam! A year later, in July 2013, we got to see those photos of them holidaying in Ibiza, and that's when we all knew it was on. In November of this year, they moved in together, taking their relationship to the next level. And now, in February 2015, they are going to tie the knot, right? Wrong. Everyone's been buzzing about how the two will make it official. By that we mean get married in February 2015. But when we spoke to someone close to the Kapoor Khandan, they said it's all rubbish. Sure, they might eventually walk down the aisle, but that's not happening for the next 1.5 to 2 years. 9XE The Show brings you the real reason why wedding bells won't be ringing anytime soon for Ranbir and Katrina. It seems that Ranbir is still taking it slow. He does not want to be tied down just as yet. And who can blame him? The man is hot, young, and good looking and wants to still spread his wing. But sadly, his lady love Katrina does not see it this way. She's found a great guy and wants to see it through to marriage. In fact, when they did break up sometime back, she said that she'll wait for him. But you know just how it's tough having a relationship in Bollywood, or actually just being a star in Bollywood. You always have to put on a happy, smiling face even when fans and cameramen get too close for comfort. But sometimes that mask slips, and when it does, it ends badly. Just ask Akshay Kumar's fan who was at the receiving end early this week. So we first heard that Akshay slapped a fan on the sets of Gabbar when he got too close, but Akshay said there was no truth to it with this post. Amused at seeing the news on various platforms about me losing my cool and slapping a fan on the sets of Gabbar. For the past 2 months, I have been shooting for Brothers. Funny how some idle minds cook up the most ridiculous stories. So of course, we had to find out what exactly happened. 9XE The Show has an eyewitness account of what went down. The story goes that Akshay and his family were leaving a theater in Mumbai after watching a film. Now that seems pretty easy, but things got out of hand when a fan tried to snap their photograph. Now that got the Kaladi very, very pissed. And how did he react? He slapped the fan. Ouch! Now we don't know if the man deserved it or Akshay was overreacting, but he's not the only star who has had a terrible run-in with overenthusiastic fans and common folk. Like we told you, being a star in Bollywood is not easy, and it definitely isn't. Now, Salman Khan's fans are some of the craziest out there, but looks like this particular fan took things a little too far. While arriving at Anil Kapoor's birthday party, Salman stepped out of his car when a fan hugged and kissed him. Salman was so taken aback that we guess his first reaction was to slap the man. A news channel even got it on tape, but Salman had them take down the video. At a film promotional event, a man had repeatedly called out PC for not doing enough for Punjab and Punjabis. Priyanka, being the public figure that she is, laughed it off, but when the man just would not quit, she gave him an earful. Well, PC, we know you say it like it is. But you know what? We get that our Bolly stars are super stressed out and sometimes things just get out of hand and it's a tightrope to walk for them. So Salman might have lost his cool, but never his cool guy image. We saw Salman doing some really fun stuff on the football field and the crowd went crazy when he kicked those goals. Being Salman Khan is an experience I wish I could get. Here we go. And here we go again. That's Salman achieving his goals quite literally. Salman recently got on the field in support of kids who are great footballers but do not have the privilege of good infrastructure. Salman chose to be a part of this initiative by Nita Ambani.
इससे बड़ी चीज इस दुनिया में कुछ नहीं है कि दूसरों को अपने लेवल पर लेके आओ, ना कि उनका लेवल घटाओ.
That's Salman's being human side. It was a pleasant surprise for these kids since they wouldn't have ever thought that Salman would sit and root for them. And look at the kids going crazy for him. Euphoric indeed. Salman can get the actor with a crazy fan following award. And talking about awards, looks like Priyanka Chopra wants one soon. Although she kept saying she doesn't work to get awards, that was all she could talk about. Now come on, don't be angry.
बेतुकी बातें नहीं करते. We just come back to the point. मुक्के मेरे काफी अच्छे हो गए. Really, this is the first time, people don't have questions.
Yes, that's a little sarcastic, little angry PC, who almost lost her cool when she was asked if she is eagerly waiting to get the Best Actress award. In fact, she was asked if she would resort to manipulation to get Bollywood's most desired award.
तो किस तरह की manipulation से मुझे award मिलेगा? आप मुझे बता दो ना, नहीं तो फिर I'll start working on that with Riteish अभी से. क्या करने से मिलेगा मुझे?
Now, if you guys have forgotten, let me brush up your memory. The actress was a little upset when she wasn't awarded for her work in Barfi.
I remember this moment actually, when me and another female colleague of mine who were both nominated for Best Actress that year, and we both had done really great films. And just about 5-6 minutes before we realized that we were not going to get the award. And usually what happens is people get up and go when they're not getting the award. And I remember my dad had told me that, you're going to be a big sportsman, you're going to sit there, and even if you get it or you don't get it, you're going to clap for whoever wins. So me and my female colleague, we sat down and we said, you know what, we're going to be good sportsmen about this and we're going to clap for whoever wins. And we did that.
Yes, that's the spirit, girl. And we are quite sure with your work in Mary Com, this year awards won't be far.
Well, every year I have a film, which I'm very confident about.
We appreciate your confidence, Priyanka, and if God forbid, by any chance you don't win it this time, we are sure after playing Mary Com, you can easily be a sport.
It's a great feeling. जब नहीं मिलता तो बुरा भी लगता, of course, I'm not going to deny that. But it's really not up to us to sit down and say, okay, I'm going to do a film which is going to get me the Black Lady.
Now that's called being cool, and with Priyanka, I think it comes by default. Coming up, thanks to Salman, Aamir is now friends with Shahrukh too. Kajol and Ajay have a tiff.
I'm hot, you're not. I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar. 9XE.
On WeChat presents 9XE the show, we believe in keeping our friends close and our enemies, not that we have too many, far, far away. But in ever-changing Bollywood, friendships and relationship statuses change more often than a 15-year-old updating her profile photo. They often live by the golden rule of, my friend's friend is my friend and my friend's enemy is my enemy. Allow me to take you through it. So Bollywood was virtually split into two camps when Shahrukh Khan and Salman Khan had an ugly fallout. Mostly everyone in the industry picked sides, and that included the other Khan, Aamir. Aamir chose to side with Salman and for the longest time refused to hang out with Shahrukh or even talk to him. They took pot shots at each other, and Aamir even claimed that he's named his dog after Shahrukh. On his blog, he wrote, "Shahrukh is licking my feet and I am feeding him biscuits every now and then. What more can I ask for?" But when Shahrukh and Salman patched up during Arpita's wedding festivities, Aamir too seemed to have made up with Shahrukh. Aamir even said the boys were constantly calling him on the fateful night when they made up. The end result is that Aamir might even screen his movie PK just for Shahrukh, and that's when the buzz is that Aamir does not want anyone to see the film before it releases. That was convenient. Once Salman patched up with Shahrukh, so did Aamir. Oh, but they are not the only case of the "your friend is my friend" syndrome. There are many more in Bollywood. Back when Priyanka Chopra was shooting for the Karan Johar-produced Agnipath, news of Priyanka and Shahrukh's alleged closeness took the industry by storm. Now, this did not settle too well with wife Gauri Khan, which in turn did not settle well with her bestie Karan, who in turn gave Priyanka the royal ignore. But the Priyanka-Shahrukh saga did not end there. Priyanka attended a party thrown by Shahrukh. Now this provoked Gauri's friend, former model Meher Jessia, to question Priyanka's presence, which was a bad move, seeing as how SRK was practically responsible in reviving Meher's husband Arjun Rampal's career. Her comment prompted Shahrukh to break ties with Arjun, and now Gauri and Meher too are not friends anymore. Shahrukh seems to be involved in another friendship tangle too. When SRK and Salman fought, Farah obviously chose to be friends with Shahrukh. However, she was almost like a sister to producer Sajid Nadiawala, who is extremely close to Salman. So when she broke ties with Sajid, another of her relationships came to a halt too. This one with Akshay Kumar, who is also close to Nadiawala. This next one involves SRK's close friends. Kajol and Karan Johar have been friends for years, but that took a bit of a beating when husband Ajay Devgan did not get along with Karan.
When I was a little girl.
Sure, Kajol and Karan seem friendly in public, but how much of that is true? But Kajol and Ajay's problems don't end there. It seems that when Kajol was shooting a DDLJ special episode on a comedy show, she abruptly left the shoot at 11:30 in the night. So Shahrukh and Kajol and the rest of the DDLJ cast got together to get nostalgic about the film as it completes 1,000 weeks at the cinemas. But sadly, the cast could not spend a lot of time together since Kajol had to leave suddenly. The reason? Ajay's call to Kajol asking her to leave the sets immediately. An insider on the comedy show told 9XE The Show she had a sort of argument with him on the phone. Ajay sounded very upset and just asked her to drop her plans and get home. Now, Kajol could not have possibly told them the real reason, so she excused herself by saying that her children weren't feeling too well, so she had to rush to them. Now, could that call have been made because Ajay is not very comfortable with Kajol and SRK's friendship? Coming up, Sonam tells mothers to raise their sons correctly. Sanjay Dutt's emotional farewell by the cast of PK. Now, Sonam Kapoor is not one to hold back on her opinions. She speaks her mind and does not really care if you agree with her or not. But at a recent event, she said something that really stuck with us, and we might just have to agree with her.
There's poison in the water, poison in the rain.
Sonam was asked to comment on the recent event of a woman being sexually assaulted in a cab in Delhi, and this is what she had to say.
It's not about making rules and having rules and banning things and doing that and doing this. It's about trying to change the nature of the way Indian men think. I think that's the basic issue.
But she has a rather effective solution to this issue that all of us are being forced to deal with.
First of all, mothers need to bring up their men in a certain way. कि ये तेरा लाडला है, पर ये लाडला भी पागल हो सकता है. And do not make him into this, put him up on a pedestal. He needs to learn from a young age that you need to treat a woman right. And a woman is not to be treated like an object and not to be treated badly just because she's a woman.
Way to go, Sonam. There's no other way of telling them than keeping it simple, truthful, and to the point. We at 9XE The Show salute you. Another person who deserves a salute is Sanjay Dutt. How would you feel if everything around you is going just fine and then whoosh, you have to give it all up? Something of that sort happened when Bhairav Singh, aka Sanju, was shooting for PK. These are some clips of Sanjay having fun on the sets of PK and making everyone laugh and generally spreading the cheer. The team also celebrated Sanju's wedding anniversary.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Things were going just perfect for Sanjay, and then a heartbreaking news took everyone's smiles away.
Suddenly when this news came that Sanju has to go to jail, there was one day of shoot left. And that one day was very tough to finally shoot with him. And he shot that, I think, just 2 days before going.
Sanjay is so close to me that I feel his presence all the time. And also, he's extremely positive. He writes to me from the jail saying, I've got 8 packs now, and he's doing exercise with, you know, he's got water in buckets and he's lifting water buckets. And so, and my deal with him is when he comes out, we start Munna by the day he comes out. So he keeps reminding me of that, and I'm trying to write for him. So no, he's good. He'll be fine.
It gives me shivers thinking about their parting on the sets. Not saying much about their marriage is Soha Ali Khan and Kunal Khemu. Wedding season is on, and it will continue into early next year. And it seems that Soha and Kunal might just take full advantage of this. At 9XE The Show, we've learned that Soha has registered her marriage that will take place anywhere between the 25th of January and the 2nd of February. But when we got in touch with Soha, she played the coy bride and gave us no answer. Kunal and Soha got engaged in July while on a holiday in Paris. How awesome is that? Kunal chose the most romantic city in the world to propose to his lady love. Soha tweeted, "It gives me great happiness to share with you all that Kunal proposed to me in Paris with the most perfect ring in the world, and I said yes." Looks like Kunal and Soha want the wedding to be a small affair with only friends and family. But when famous families like the Patodis and Tagores are involved, it can't really be an intimate affair. Just ask Saif and Kareena, who ended up having a lavish wedding across cities. All we can say is congratulations to this couple, because her brother Saif Ali Khan has confirmed with us just a few hours back that his little sister is indeed tying the knot between January 25th and February 2nd. Well, Soha is not saying much for now, but don't be surprised if she announces her wedding on Twitter just like she did her engagement. All we can say is congratulations to the happy couple. Coming up, Tushar and Aftab take a dig at Riteish. Welcome back to the coolest show in town, where now we are going to introduce you to the reinvented cast of the franchise Kya Cool Hai Hum. And mind you, these guys spell cool with a K. Yeah, this man has got some attitude, and that pout is natural, I presume. And here's his partner setting his hair. Both are ready for the mission. Mission, don't forgive and don't forget. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Maybe Tushar Kapoor's following his sister Ekta's ideology of never forgiving or forgetting. a spat is a spat is a spat. And with the way Tushar along with Aftab took a dig at Riteish Deshmukh, I think Tushar has it in his genes too. At the announcement event of Kya Cool Hai Hum 3, Tushar and Aftab explicitly showed their angst against Riteish, who apparently will not do any more adult comedies. Or wait, was he never a part of this cool franchise?
The first two films also I did, wearing his mask. I was wearing his mask क्योंकि मैं चाहता कि बेचारे को काम मिले. तो मैंने सोचा कि फिल्म हिट हो जाएगी तो then I'll let him move on.
How considerate of you, Aftab. And what are your kind words, Tushar? You are seen only in sequels.
नहीं, मैं अक्सर sequel का part नहीं रहता हूँ. It's just that मैं कभी sequel छोड़ता नहीं हूँ. I'm there from the beginning. मैं sequel में नहीं आता हूँ.
Okay, calm down, Tushar. But do you know why Riteish refused to do this film?
I have no idea. मैं तो मजाक कर रहा था आपके साथ.
But Riteish did give us some idea. This is what he had to say about discontinuing with the adult comedies. It has nothing to do with the comments that came for Grand Musti post its release. When I was doing Grand Musti, I knew we've pushed the envelope to its limit. There's nothing more that I can offer to this genre now. It doesn't excite me, but I haven't closed my doors to it. Who knows, tomorrow there may be something that gets my interest, maybe a different spin to sex comedies. Right now, I'm not in that frame of mind to do sex comedies, and I can't talk about those sequels, referring to Kya Super Cool Hai Hum. Once they are narrated to me, I'll take a call. If it doesn't excite, I won't do it. Now it's okay if he isn't a part of it anymore. Tushar and Aftab are here promising us something better, according to them.
हम 6 महीने बाद आपको वैसे ही एंटरटेनिंग फिल्म लेकर आएंगे जो 2 बार लेकर आए थे पहले, और शायद इस बार और मस्ती से भरी हुई. कूल और मस्ती से ज़्यादा.
And from that cool story, we're moving on to something that's really very, very cool. So the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, Prince William and wife Kate Middleton, left England and flew across the pond to America. Pop culture fans, that's you and me, went crazy when Will and Kate chatted with none other than music power couple Beyonce and Jay-Z. William and Kate visited the US on a 3-day tour, and William even met up with President Obama. Moving on to Bipasha Basu, who is ready with her next horror movie, Alone. But like it happens so often, the actor is being linked to her co-star Karan Singh Grover. But what do they have to say about it?
लिंकअप्स की भी खबरें बहुत आ रही थी, सो वो पब्लिसिटी.
आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी मुझे.
अच्छा, वहाँ आके चिल्लाओ.
आओ तो पीछे मिलो. चिल्लाओ.
नहीं, जेन्युइनली आपके लिंकअप की भी खबरें आ रही थी.
नहीं, मुझे आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी.
बिपाशा को आ रही है. लिंकअप की खबरें आ रही थी भाई.
देखिए, एक्चुअली ना, जो इस बारे में जो मुझे बोलना था वो मैं ट्वीट कर चुका हूँ ट्विटर पे. एंड इफ यू गाइस कुड जस्ट try and respect that and not ask me anything else.
Before we start following you on Twitter, let's know what Bipasha has to say about this. Breakups, link-ups, what's happening?
I'm single till I'm married. Yes, ma'am. I've said this many a times. You know what I'm saying? I'm really working very hard, you know, giving you guys these exciting films to watch. Horror queen is here.
Whatever said and done, you can always count on Bipasha being stylishly turned out. Speaking of fashion, Bollywood's women stepped out in their fashionable best for a variety of events. But was it really their fashionable best? Let's have a look. Priyanka Chopra locked it in a Dolce & Gabbana look. You get it? Locked because of those keys she's got on her ensemble? But despite the coolest fashion brands at her beck and call, Priyanka likes to mix things up.
मुझे हाई स्ट्रीट और स्ट्रीट वेयर मिक्स करना बहुत अच्छा लगता है. कुट्योर और आपने कपड़े जो आपके ऊपर अच्छे लगते हैं, आई थिंक इट्स मोर इम्पोर्टेंट टू वेयर दैट. Brands तो of course are fabulous anyway, लेकिन I think real clothes are much better when you mix and match.
We'd just also like to point out that despite being down with the flu, she still manages to look stunning. Sonakshi Sinha's style has thankfully evolved over time. Earlier, we might have seen her in a bulky salwar kameez, but this time we saw her in a narrow-fitted one by Vikram Fadnis.
ये विक्रम फडनिस का ही आउटफिट है. एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत स्ट्रेट कुर्ता है with amazing work, and उन्होंने जब मुझे दिखाया तो I said I have to have it.
That sounds great, but it would have really helped if only she could have lost a few layers of makeup. But the one who really caught our eye was Kriti Sanon. We mean, just look at her. That dress is perfect on her, as is her minimal jewelry policy here.
I'm wearing Gauri Nenika's this lovely dress. I just found it very different, and it's very stylish. It's a little fashion, but it's something which I've never worn before, something like this. So for me, it was like a new thing that I wanted to try out.
Also, she's totally bringing sexy back. Richa Chadha did try to bring sexy back, but those seatbelts holding up her dress might not have helped. Also, the dress is a little bit too small.
I'm wearing Victoria Beckham.
Karisma Kapoor rocked these printed pants and proved her yummy mummy status once again. And we're loving that side braid too. And we loved Aditi's braid too. We really have a weak spot for plaits. Her simple salwar kameez was beautifully offset by that statement necklace.
I'm wearing Anita Dungre and jewelry by Gehna.
Huma Qureshi went slightly retro for designer Vikram Fadnis's store launch. But the poofy lower half just does not sit well, and that bow is a few inches above her waistline, which is really distracting. For another event, Huma chose a crop top and a high-waist skirt. We can't really pinpoint the issue, but we think it's that top and those embellishments. But Huma had some fashion advice.
I think being fashionable is about being yourself. I know it's a very, very cliche answer, but it's absolutely true. You should just play to your strengths, dress to your body type, smile always, because if you're not smiling, no matter what you're wearing, you won't look pretty.
Wish she had taken her own advice. Lisa Hayden picked a look you would not normally see her in. We mean, it's terribly shapeless. Wish she had gone with something that does justice to her amazing body. But she seemed to enjoy her look.
Alexander Wang underneath, and on top I'm wearing All Saints.
Trust Neha Dupia to bring quirky to the party. That jacket is amazing with a capital A.
Today I am wearing this lovely designer from Bandra, very close to my house, called Kirsty Jacuna. This is the first time I've worn something from her, and along with that I'm wearing Zara. So yeah, just keeping it simple.
Neha also found a fun way to wear her life's mantra on her, not sleeve, but earrings.
I believe in faith, love and hope in equal quantity, and just before coming in I told somebody I can do with all three, I can do with two, I can do with just one, but as long as I get 100% of it.
Rounding up this fashion piece is none other than Priyanka Chopra, who honestly was dressed for comfort but still managed to look presentable, if not very stylish. But who was she wearing?
Myself.
Oh well, must hand it to her, that girl's got a sense of humor. On that note, it's time for me to scoot from here, and before I go, I'm going to fulfill my duty of telling you to log on to our website 9xe.com and our YouTube channel 9xe The Show. See you guys next time. Bye.